Casimir locked eyes with the beautiful Marilka, daughter of the Duke. Casimir was awestruck at her presence. She stood up from her chair and waved at the crowd. Her blonde hair and radiating skin were shining from the noon sunlight. Her red lips and dark, captivating eyes only added more to it. She scanned the crowd, waving and smiling, but one particular fellow caught her eye. A broody young man, with no facial hair, but a strong jaw, and an I don't care face. His black eyes met with hers. The man quickly disappeared into the crowd. Marilka looked hard, but the man was now out of sight. For the rest of the county festival, all she could think of was the strange man. It was finally night, and she went out the longhouse and feast to get some fresh air. There, she saw a couple of boys running away from something, and a few seconds later, the man from the crowd emerged. He was incredibly pale from the moonlight, and unless the morning, he didn't cover his face. Marilka approached the man and asked for his name. Casimir reluctantly introduced himself. Though he was charmed by her, he still didn't want to be associated with her because of who he was. But his heart got the better of him, and the two youths talked as they walked around the carnival outskirts. This random encounter became a daily stroll. Every night once the feast started, Casimir would wait by the outskirts of the carnival, where Marilka would sneak out the longhouse and meet with him. The county carnival was extended for 2 weeks because of rain, and this only furthered the bond Casimir and Marilka had. Eventually, this bond became inseparable. But it wasn't without trouble. One night as Marilka was sneaking out, some of the guards stopped her, saying they were ordered by the Duke to escort her because her life may be in danger. She knew they were bluffing, and her father had caught Casimir, and this was simply a ruse to prevent her from seeing him. For the time being, she agreed to them, and walked along at the outskirts of the place. That was when they saw a group of villagers standing near a dead body. The guards quickly interjected and examined the body. It was a boy and a cow. Both of them had 2 small bite marks, and the crowd started murmuring, "Vampires." The guards tried to silence them, but it was of no use. The small crowd panicked and ran off. The 2 guards couldn't do anything. They quickly took Marilka and went back to the longhouse and informed the Duke what happened. The Duke, being a non-superstitious man, didn't pay much heed to the vampire marks, but was more concerned there was a murder during the carnival. The Duke declared the carnival will go as usual, but security efforts will be doubled. That day, Marilka felt empty as she couldn't be with Casimir, and she prayed for his safety. The next day, the carnival went as usual, and as promised the security was doubled. But the night came. Marilka fought with her father about Casimir. At that time, he didn't care about them being together. He was concerned about the possible murderer on the loose. After almost an hour, and seeing his daughter feel so defeated, the Duke ordered 6 soldiers to go with Marilka. She thanked her father and quickly went out with the guards to find Casimir. The group walked to the outskirts where they saw a small pond full of people lying. And soon, they realized it was dead people, and the group quickly secured Marilka and started going back to the longhouse. They heard screams from all around the place. The whole village was under attack, and soldiers were running around. That was when he saw the pale-skinned Casimir running away from the fight. She broke away from the group and chased after him. After reaching a dead end, she confronted him. But by this time, the soldiers had caught up too. He slowly turned around, revealing his 2 long fangs covered in blood. Blood dripped from his chin and drenched his coat, and his eyes were red. The soldiers attacked Casimir, but he easily defended himself. He maneuvered around them, then grabbed one by the back and twisted his neck. The soldier's neck snapped like a twig and fell to the ground. He then leapt onto another soldier and bit his neck and sucked on his blood. The other soldiers watched in horror and pulled Marilka away to escape. At first, refused, but she was too stunned to resist. As they were running away, Casimir got a hold of one of the soldiers and sucked on their blood until they were dead and pale. And after a few more rounds, he finally caught up with the last soldier, who turned around to fight. The soldier managed to cut Casimir's face, but he looked unfazed. He grabbed the soldier's hand, but the man quickly took out a cross necklace from his neck and pointed it at Casimir. He was blinded by it and let out a high-pitched shriek. The soldier took this opportunity and swung his sword hard at Casimir. Marilka screamed as Casimir erupted in a dark, cloudy mist. The soldier took her and jogged towards the longhouse, but soon he felt weak. He realized he was bitten in the commotion and fell to the ground. The soldier tried to crawl, but every ounce of strength in him had drained, and finally, he let out his final breath. Marilka was alone, but she saw a familiar face. Dark eyes and well-dressed Casimir were back once again, and he asked if she wanted to come with him. After she took a while, she said yes, whether that was out of fear for her life, or because of her genuine affection. Casimir did not know, but at the time, they escaped the village, never to be seen again.
Subscribe today, or beware.